For more on this, we're joined by political analyst and former Chicago native, Joe Siracusa. Joe, it's good to see you this morning. So if it is a war zone, who's making it that way?
Good morning, Pete. Well, Governor Pritzker and Mayor Brendan Johnson have made it very clear that the federal government, Donald Trump, has made it a war zone. Look, there's something about Chicago your audience probably doesn't know. It consists of 77 neighborhoods. It's not greater Chicago, it's Chicago itself. And that 72% of Chicago is non-white, that is Hispanic and black. So a lot of times these ICE troops or border patrols start going into these buildings and they're detaining people who are brown or black first. And of course, you know, what could be more provocative than that? So, you know, it's all kinds of racial overtones here, ethnic overtones. And of course, Chicagoans don't much like the federal government sticking their nose in their business. And of course, Chicago, as you know, is a sanctuary city. That is, it's never helped the Trump administration round up anybody for anything. And so, and of course, now the federal government is sending troops who may be slightly undisciplined. That woman that they shot at was supposed to have a gun, an automatic rifle. Turns out she didn't have anything at all, but she had a vehicle that was aimed at somebody, so that's close enough. And last month, of course, they killed some guy who was protesting as well. So, you know, it's going to get a lot worse. And Pete, this is going to be the highlight reel when Governor Pritzker and then later on Gavin Newsom try to run for president of the Democratic Party, the nominee. They're going to say that they fought they fought Trump tooth and nail.
Well, for both of those names that you point out, though, can't that be used by the Republicans saying, look what's happened to these cities under the watch of these Democrat governors?
Yeah, I mean, if you live in these cities, you don't really feel like there are convicts or criminals crawling through the back windows or things like that. Yeah, they can use it both ways, as a matter of fact. But for Democrats, this is proof enough that the Trump administration is dangerous. I mean, you know, we got this and the lockdown, which is going to be used for punitive measures to get rid of people. And so, you know, it looks like Trump is sort of rounding up votes for the next guy who's going to run for the Republican Party. But it's all very political, and then it gets racial. And then I'll tell you what, it just you start to introduce all kinds of elements into Chicago with live rounds of ammunition. And Pete, this is surely, you know, as you know, God made little green apples. This will happen.
Let's go to Gavin Newsom now, because just on his X account. And he said this morning, we are suing Donald Trump. His deployment of the California National Guard to Oregon isn't about crime, it's about power. He's using our military as political pawns to build up his own ego. It's appalling, it's un-American, and it must stop. That from Gavin Newsom, who as you point out, Joe, he's definitely going to run for president. But I mean, is this politicking as well? This threat to sue?
An Oregon judge has stopped the Trump administration from using Oregon National Guard in Portland. And so what President Trump did, he did an end run, as he likes to do. And so now he wants to use California Federal Guard to send into the neighboring state of Oregon. And of course, Governor Newsom said he's going to sue again. And of course, the Oregon judge says that this is illegal use of troops, et cetera, et cetera. But keep in mind that Pritzker and Newsom, they're winding people up to do what they want to do. They're really giving them carte blanche to fight back. What they're saying is that these are violations of human rights and all the rest of it. And so he's giving aid and comfort to people who want to fight back. And Californians will fight back, and so will people in Illinois. I mean, you're gonna pick a fight with these people. You're gonna have a real fight on your hands. And of course, the Homeland Security, you got Border Patrol in Los Angeles and in Chicago. I mean, you got Border Patrol on the southwest side of Chicago. What could be more obscene to Chicagoans than to be policed like the California border or Mexican border?
Joe, it is good as always to see you, my friend. We'll talk to you again next week.